report the news that nobody has the balls to report.
Why am I the only one breaking stories like this? You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Clarence, Aiden. I don't care what you call me.
Did you not say that you were gonna take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby?
I think they don't like the things that I'm saying and they want me to stop saying them, but I'm not. I'm never gonna stop. Now, these are the kind of stories, guys, that must be told.
I'm just a guy who's breaking stories and reporting news from my basement.
Yo, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing tonight? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Uncle Turtleboy. It is the Tuesday night edition of Turtleboy Live. We do this every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. So you're going to want to go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bells. So that way you get notified every time we go live. We do it, like I said, we have a scheduled show Tuesday and Thursday. Occasionally we'll do what's called an impromptu live like we did on Friday night. If something tickles my mind and I want to talk about it, boom, we go live, hit that notification bell, you know that we're live. So go ahead and do that. All right. I also went ahead and I shared this on the various social media accounts that I run. Let's see, my Facebook account is Clarence Woods Emerson. That's my personal one. You can go ahead and like that. It's got like 27,350 followers, something like that. The Turtleboy Daily News page, which is almost at 31,000. That's getting close. And then the Uncle Turtleboy page as well, I think is like 24,000 around there. So we're nearing in on 90,000, guys. And that's 100,000 if you add them all up on Facebook. So go like those already. Also on Twitter, I'm at Dr. Turtleboy. That's DOCTOR Turtleboy, because if Joe Biden's doctor, then I am definitely a doctor. You can also find me at Turtleboy Phone, because you got to have two accounts. Turtleboy Phone is actually suspended for a week, I found out this morning. So I won't be tweeting from there for like a week. So like the other one, if you haven't done so already, trust me, you'll like it. You can find us on the gram at Turtleboy_daily_news. And I would also urge people to join something called Turtle Club, because we stream on Thursday nights too. We have a bonus stream for Turtle Club subscribers only. For $15 a month, you get access to the live stream on Thursdays. You also get ad-free on the website, which is pretty cool. No intrusive ads or anything like that for Asian women in your area that are looking for a good time. You don't need to get any of that stuff anymore. You could also get a free t-shirt. You just have to let me know what shirt you want, and I send it to you right away. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Oh, I came for my kid's graduation. Very nice thing. Some guy came up to me and he's like, "Is like Turtleboy?" And I'm like, "No way." He's like, "Our kids go to school together." He introduced himself. He's a fan. If he's out there, what's happening, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. But yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, join Turtle Club. And the best part about Turtle Club is you are supporting what we do at Turtleboy, because you are making it so we are not dependent on ads. We are basically have no local advertisers, and I like it that way, because when you have local advertisers, they get harassed, bombarded by people. The woke patrol calls them up and says, "Hey, do you know that Turtleboy had this on this date? Do you support this hate speech? This guy is bigoted, blah, 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 blah." And it's just not worth the headache. So I like to be independent. I like to do my own thing. The best way to do that is by joining Turtle Club. Okay, I am out of jail. It's correct. How you doing, Deb? I'm free.
I'm good. I told you. I told them I bailed you out. It's the only reason you're out.
Yes.
On me.
It was a cheap bail. So am I forgetting anything there?
No.
So yeah, we have an interesting show tonight. If you guys, by the way, if you like what we do here at Turtleboy and you want to donate, unfortunately, YouTube took that option away from you. We are demonetized. So the super chat function is gonzo. So if you'd like to support us, we had to build our own donation thing. It's called Turtle Chat. It's linked at the top of the comment section here. It's pinned to the top. If you click on that, you can donate any amount of money you want, and you get to write a nice little message. I will get a notification that you have sent me a message, that you've sent a donation, and I will open my email up and show that message that you put on there to the world, like Caroline did. So you can put whatever you want in your message. I would request, I guess, maybe a little bit shorter, because that's like a lot. But you know, if you want to give a shout out to your friends, or maybe it's somebody's birthday, or maybe there's just some douchebag out there that needs to get called out. It's your Turtle Chat. You put it up there for the world to see on Turtle Chat. Okay, let me get Rian Waters' motion. So we're going to talk about the latest thing in the Rian Waters tonight, because it is wild. I was supposed to have court today, but it did not happen for a couple reasons. Is this the one I wanted? Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I got that one. And then, all right. So I was supposed to have court today with Rian Waters. For those of you unfamiliar with Rian, Deb, how would you sum up Rian Waters, like in a nutshell?
Oh, fucking like a drama queen and like someone on the spectrum mixed with like a homeless person who got thrown down the stairs. That's
all. That's like the first thing you'd say to describe him?
Yeah. Probably.
You would have mentioned the dog killing and woman beating and.
Well, I mean, you can't like set people off first. You're gonna give them like a background.
Okay, so that is the background. Rian Waters, I blogged about him in late 2016. He was blogged about on Turtleboy, and it was because he had his girlfriend at the time, the mother of his children, 𝗵𝗂𝗏, posted a picture of herself with black eyes on Facebook, and she said, "This is not what love looks like," right? And so a blog was written about that because Rian was in the comments, you know, proclaiming his innocence and saying this is all a lie and blah 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 blah. Well, basically Sam got cold feet and didn't want to testify against her abuser, as happens a lot in these cases, because she was worried that Rian was going to retaliate against her if she did. So he ended up having the charges dropped, essentially, because she wouldn't testify, and he found this as evidence that he is not guilty. So he sued me, and I won. We got dismissed, and this was 3 years ago. It was dismissed. Well, since then he's filed, I think, 3 or 4 orders against me that have all failed. He's filed a couple criminal complaints against me. It's all failed. He kicked the chair one time at work. He claims he can't get a job. He hasn't worked in years because he says he can't because of the blog. It's caused some sort of imaginary disorder that means he can't eat mandarin oranges too. He has since been assisted by what's called the Storm. That's what they call themselves. They've attempted to assist him in this. And basically, he also tried to sue me in federal court too, and that failed. And my co-defendants, Facebook, Google, 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗏, a couple others. Moore Healy was my co-defendant in that. The Mass State Police, the Palmer Police Department. He sued all of us together because he said that Facebook and Google should not be hosting me. That was thrown out. I'm pretty sure Rian is homeless. He has no car, no driver's license. He looks very thin. He wears the same outfit to court every damn time. He is insane. He is insane. You think he's autistic?
Oh, probably. He's something. I don't know. Something's wrong.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He is a pro poker player, though.
That's what he claimed. He claimed to be a pro poker player, and he's really just, I mean, cocky. Like, talk about somebody who has no right to be cocky. It is just amazing with this guy. So this guy was supposed to be the one who took down Turtleboy. It didn't go as planned, and he appealed when I won that first lawsuit against him 3 years ago. He appealed it. I didn't even bother fighting because I'm like, he's not going to let it. He's like, well, I'm going to take this to the Supreme Court and blah, blah, blah. He got it in front of the Supreme Judicial Court, I guess. And on 3 of the 4 charges that were dismissed were sustained, essentially. But one of them was overruled because they said that basically I had quoted him in my book. I said in the book I wrote, I said, 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗏, who worked for me at the time, interviewed 𝗵𝗂𝗏, which she did. And Sam told her that Rian was selling drugs in interstate commerce, like sending them in the mail. And this is what, so she quoted her as that. So I was quoting somebody who quoted someone, essentially. And this is, as far as I know, true. And like, I've seen no evidence to the contrary. Rian said that it's untrue. And the judge, in his infinite wisdom, and because I didn't fight this. Like, if I had fought this, I feel like this would not have gotten reversed. But we didn't show up. I didn't bother because this is a fucking joke and it's a waste of my time. Well, some idiot judge decided that, well, just because you said allegedly and according to, that could still be defamatory. He didn't say it is defamatory. He said it could still be considered defamatory if it were untrue, which it's not. So we got an affidavit from Sam Cardin afterwards, just saying, did you tell KP this stuff? Yep, you did. Okay, cool. And it's done. And so now it's over. Like he deposed Sam a few weeks ago, a few months ago. We showed that horrible deposition on the live show. If you recall, he abandoned his daughter, who is special needs, has seizures in the middle of the night, is in a wheelchair. He abandoned her, and he's never paid an ounce in child support, nothing. It's just evil. And he had the nerve to ask her during the deposition, how's our kid doing? And she lost it, man. She lost it. If you haven't seen that tape, horrible. Like, she freaked out on him, and I freaked out on him too. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. And he was just, it was as bad as you can get. But Ryan is so deranged that he thinks that deposition did him some good. So I'm able to represent myself now in this. I had an attorney before because he was suing my company. But now that it's been overturned and I don't have a company anymore, I can represent myself. And so I filed my first motion the other day. I've never written a motion on yellow paper like this. I wrote down my motion on this. And my first initial motion was, can I do a Zoom court? Because we were supposed to have Zoom today for his motion for sanctions. And we're going to see what that motion contained in a moment. But he asked me basically to have this hearing on the 28th at 2 p.m. And my motion was, can we do it on Zoom? Because I live an hour and a half from there, and it's a major inconvenience for me. And I have my kids' graduation from preschool tonight, and I'd like to get it moved. And the court's like, well, you have to be here in person, but no problem. We're going to move it to August 30th. Ryan freaks out about this. It did not go well for Ryan. So let me show you exactly what the judge said with this. Give me one moment. Oh, we got a turtle chat too. Actually, let me bring this turtle chat up real quick from Suzanne. Suzanne says, happy graduation to little turtle. Well, thank you, Suzanne. I would show the video, but I don't like exploiting my kids. He's extremely cute. He's just so innocent, and he's very shy. Like, they go across this like stage thing, and he had to be like dragged across. Like he did not want to go to kindergarten. Like, let's just put it that way. Like, he was very content with preschool. So
he had fun.
He did. Well, at the graduate, yeah, he had fun at preschool. But It's like, it's cute. It is what it is. He's afraid of the world, and that's very innocent to see that. But anyway, so back to what I got today here. So I got something from the court today about this. Let me bring this up for you. So this was what happened to his motion. Let me show you this. Download that, and then download this one. All right, let me show you this. So first, I got this. All right. So this is his motion for, I don't know if you guys can read this. This is his motion for a temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction in consolidation with trials on merit. And so he said, pursuant to whatever, I move for the court to order the listed requests for relief. He approved a 30-page memorandum for a TRO motion. The court should grant an injunction because I will succeed on the merits, as the evidence makes it clear that Samantha Cardin tried to frame me, and she is not a credible witness. I will continue to be irreparably harmed until I can fairly present evidence, and Aidan Carney will not suffer any harm if the injunction issues, as his right to speech may not deny or disparage my ninth. Okay, he's such a fucking idiot, whatever that means. Then there was this one. So notice on the side there, let me flip this over. It says here, denied. Okay. And it says see the extension. So this, I don't know why they write on the sides on these things, but this was denied. So then they write a more descriptive one on this one over here. on this document. So this one says motion for injunction. And this is what Ryan writes. I, Rian Waters, move for this court to issue an emergency injunction enjoining Aidan Kearney from harassing Christina Yakimovsky on the internet until further court order. See, why do you think he's asking the court, Deb, to order me to stop harassing, quote unquote, Christina Yakimovsky? Why do you think he's doing that?
Because she's forced to go to jail to him?
No, because she's his fucking witness. That's what
really?
She's helping him. She's obviously helping him.
Still, I thought she would have abandoned him too. I thought he was pulling names.
𝗺𝗫 𝗁𝗂𝗆 has no code. She's just the biggest complete trash hole that's ever existed. Yeah, and so she's obviously still assisting him, and so he wants her to stop contacting me, or me to contact her. I also move for the court to allow me to submit the entire June 18th, 2022 threatening video. What threatening video is that? And noteworthy clips of Kearney threatening Christina and admitting that his intent is to punish her for leaking evidence from his conspiracy group chat. This court should grant the motion because the newest threats are exceptionally explicit to destroy her and take away everything she ever loved. This court has a duty to make sure Kearney does not destroy a witness before trial. The First Amendment's right to litigation, the Ninth Amendment's reservation of enumerator rights to the people, and the 14th Amendment rights to due process and equal protection imply. I mean, he thinks he's fucking so smart, and none of this means anything. That's not what any of those
amendments. This reeks like Gaffney, dude, like so much.
Right. It's like, but you know, at least Gaffney wasn't like went to law school. Like this kid just sits in the fucking library all day, and he thinks he's a lot smarter than he is. And none of what you just read is true at all. Any fucking lawyer I could have a field day with that. I'm not a lawyer. And so again, all that's left for us to litigate here is that one quote from the book. That's literally the only thing that the court wants to hear about. So let's see what the judge wrote in his motion here. Okay. The motion of the ocean. Let's see what the judge wrote. Let me turn it sideways. Okay, so the guy judge. So this is why he denied it, or she, or he, whatever. He denied it. Okay, denied. First, this is not an emergency. This is not an emergency. Good. Okay. More importantly, this 4-year-old case has spun off its axis. The only remaining claim in this case is count 4, alleging a claim for libel based on statements in Kearney's book that Waters sold drugs. Final
POTC?
Whatever, what's that? Final something on 8/30/22 in person, trial date to be set. Signed by Michael Callahan, whoever that is. So basically he got smoked, and it wasn't good for Ryan. Like he thinks so. Basically, I'm my own lawyer now, and I'm fucking smoking him. Like I'm just destroying him in court. It's like because I'm Perry Mason up in this bitch. Pre-trial conference. That's what it is, right? Okay. All right. So anyway, let me read what he has submitted here. So this is his actual motion here to like stop whatever it is I'm doing. So Ryan, I'm getting a text that says PTC pre-trial conference. The judge wants this moving along because the judge hopefully realizes that, you know, like enough is enough. Like it's been 4 freaking years, you know, like how long can the court hear this shit? So I, Rian Waters, served Aidan Kearney with the attached motion on June 9th. More than 16 days has passed, and Aidan Kearney has not served me with an opposition. The rules of 9A have been complied with, and this motion is ripe for consideration, whatever that means.
Ripe.
Yeah, big word for him, ripe. You know what else is ripe? Mandarin oranges this time of year. They're very ripe. And I'm going to have some later, and Ryan can't have any. Right? You like that, Ryan?
We're all having some.
Mandarin oranges for everyone, except Ryan, because he can't eat them because of me, because I caused adjustment disorder. That's what he says. So he thinks he's sharp here because, like, apparently I didn't follow Rule 9A or whatever. It's like I'm a pro se. I'm new here. That's the beauty of being a pro se. You get a lot of slack. I mean, he's got a lot of it too. So here's another. Let's see what else we got here. We have, so this is his opposition to my emergency motion to request Zoom.
Oh
I was unopposed to the request for Zoom, but the defendant did not serve me with his emergency motion or let me know he filed it. 𝗺𝗏 also misled the court, saying he was not notified of the hearing when he was first served by sheriff with the subpoena, whatever. Like, the court doesn't care about any of this shit. This is what he filed today. So we got notified yesterday, Deb, that there was, there was not going to be a hearing today. And he immediately, immediately files his emergency motion. But it's like, dude, it's too late. They already told me. I made plans.
Like, it's already passed, buddy. Yeah.
It's over. But he thinks he's like freaking captain, attorney over here. And he's not. So let's check out what the motion would have been that we were going to talk about on this date. But we're not going to talk about it anymore because we're going to talk about August 30th. And quite frankly, I can't imagine the judge on August 30th is going to want to hear any of this, because I love the mandarin oranges too. Because again, you read what the judge wrote there. The judge is sick of this. The judge said, we're here to talk about one thing and one thing only. But Rian Waters is just going to bury himself. He is just going to talk and talk and talk. He's going to talk about Christina Yakimovsky, and he's going to talk about Michael Gaffney, and he's going to talk about 𝗄𝗏 and all these things. And the judge just isn't going to care. The judge is going to be like, we're here for one statement in a book. Okay. What you got on that? And I'm just going to let Ryan bury himself. I'm going to let him do what he always does. So this is the motion for the TRO, temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction. An injunction is a court order to do something, and consolidation with trial on merits. So he goes, this court should grant an injunction against me because I will succeed on the merits, Ryan says, as the evidence makes it clear Sam Cardin tried to frame me. It doesn't, and she is not a credible witness. She is, and I will continue to be irreparably harmed until I can fairly present evidence, and 𝗺𝗏 will not suffer any harm if the injunction issues as his right to speech may not deny or disparage my 9th Amendment right to a fair trial. So just to be clear, most people don't know what this means, but he's reading the law wrong. Just because my First Amendment rights do not infringe on your 9th Amendment rights, and even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Like, you understand that? Like, denying someone their First Amendment rights at all, the court doing that is harm in and of itself. The court cannot legally do that, Ryan. I've been down this road with Tony Branch. Trust me, I'm smarter than you. I don't spend all day in a freaking law library. You do. But I am, in fact, smarter than you because I've been down this road before. Okay? But this kid, I swear to God, he's like one of those. I bet you he gets whipped. I bet you he's into whips and chains, because he just loves to get.
I bet you he's into wearing a dog collar and getting walked down the street.
Do you think he's had sex since Sam at all?
Maybe with other homeless people.
Because I would love. I'm so curious about where he lives.
Maybe with Christina, she doesn't. She has no. Chrissy has no. Yeah. No scruples.
Tina writes. Yeah, it's a good point. Tina writes. He deposed her and asked if he sold drugs. She said, "Yes, you did." That literally happened.
Yep.
And he thought that deposition went well for himself. Okay.
He had no evidence. He's like, hold on. Sorry, I didn't know about this. Hold on. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. You knew this was coming for months. For months, yeah. So let's see what else he's got going on here in this thing. So he goes, yeah. Anyway, alternatively, the court should grant an injunction using its equitable inherent power to repair the status quo. As the articles and videos were all retaliation for participation in this court case, 𝗺𝗏 should no longer be able to receive fruit from his obstructive acts, especially mandarin oranges. 𝗺𝗏 should post a bond. So he wants me to post bond, or judgment should be paid before he speaks about witnesses or myself, because 𝗺𝗏 has a lengthy record and consistent pattern of harassing me and punishing witnesses before court hearings and after court filings. His defamatory allegations have been getting more and more heinous, and he bragged several times that he will not pay any judgment. The TRO should be granted so that 𝗺𝗏 is not able to exploit the adjustment disorder he caused by harassing me and witnessing before the injunction hearing to impair my ability to litigate during the hearing. So basically what he's saying here is he thinks that the court should be able to limit my free speech rights and silence me and send me to jail if so be necessary, because me talking about him
makes it harder for him to get ready for this lawsuit. That's what he's saying.
Sounds super sensible.
And that's not quite, and by being free and having opinions and saying them, I'm violating his rights somehow. This is what.
Yes, of course.
The court should allow evidence to be presented after a TRO is issued so that I have opportunity to collect evidence while I show witnesses that this court does not care about witness safety, whatever that means. I should not have to post a bond because the injunction should issue for equitable reasons. And okay, I don't even know what he's saying. Oh, he goes, or alternatively, because 𝗺cie has promised to harass anyone that hired me, which has put me in poverty. And 𝗺cie has no chance of winning. You guys got that? I got no chance. I can't beat Rian Waters. Like, no chance of winning. And he's poor because of me. I'm the reason he's poor. He could, get a job somewhere, like a normal person, or do, steal, hustle, whatever it takes. Do something, but instead you spend all of your time thinking about me on this stupid lawsuit that's going nowhere and you were the biggest piece of shit ever, Ryan, the biggest piece of shit, and you know it. Okay. So let's see. Wherefore, I request the court should schedule an expedited hearing for a preliminary and permanent injunction. And after hearing, issue an injunction requiring 𝗺cie to retract all articles, videos, no apostrophe there, Ryan, posts or harassing content that was written about me and or witnesses in this case from TB Daily News, blah, 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 blah. And for 𝗺cie to refrain from discussing this case on associated accounts until 𝗺cie either pre-judgment posts a bond for $100,000 or post-judgment satisfies any. So he wants me to pay $100,000 in bond. Can we start a GoFundMe for that, guys? So he wants me to go to jail, pay $100,000 to get out of jail, all because when I'm in jail, presumably I won't have access to Wi-Fi, so I won't be able to talk about him and trigger his anti-Mandarin Orange adjustment disorder, apparently. Okay. Issue a temporary restraining order 10 days before the hearing for the injunction, enjoining 𝗺cie from mentioning or harassing myself. He would love it if I just wasn't allowed to talk about the fact that he is a woman-beating dog killer. He would love that, Deb. But unfortunately, I do have that right. So let's see. So so he's got a whole. Think of how long.
I did not kill a dog. Look at it. I did not kill a dog. I never bought or sold drugs.
He wrote a goddamn table of contents, guys.
Right.
And I look at this and I'm just like, imagine you spent this time working, like doing something productive, anything but this. And this is what you do. Like,
show us to threaten to molest children. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My health is crumbling because of 𝗺cie's threats. Is chapter
That's
whatever.
Why. It's not because you live in a tent.
I love this one. I did not kill a dog.
I know.
Samantha Cardin has a strong bias. You think? Probably because you punched her. You headbutted her in the face, Ryan. So anyway, let's see what he starts writing about here. And he's got all these, he's looked up all these freaking cases. None of it means anything. So the court should grant the temporary restraining order 10 days before holding an expedited hearing. It should, because I will succeed on the merits as the evidence is clear that Sam Cardin tried to frame me. I will not be able to present any more evidence of damages without any protection and an eventual trial that reflects witnesses' intimidation. What did 𝗺cie Kate say? I love how he says that Sam is intimidated, but also, I know, unreliable. It's like unbelievable. Aidan 𝗺cie has harassed or threatened to harm Michael Gaffney, Amanda Sawyer.
Amanda Sawyer? What the hell?
I don't know. She paid for his Chinese food that day.
Oh, shit.
Remember that? And that was the last we ever heard of Amanda's.
Yes, so what the fuck?
Some of you Turtle Riders aren't old enough to remember crazy Amanda Sawyer. She's the only person to ever call in from the live show from a loony bin. She was institutionalized, and she called in because she thought I was like her biggest supporter or something. She didn't understand we were mocking everything she was doing. Like she was crazy. And then she called me from the loony bin, and then she figured out, wait a minute. One day it just clicked, and she decided that she was going to sue me, but she wanted to study a legal mastermind. So she drove in a snowstorm from Rhode Island to Springfield, Massachusetts to observe Ryan in court. It didn't go very well. Rian threatened to kill himself afterwards. His order was denied. And then he ended up going out for Chinese food with her and had no money, and she had to pay. And then she's like, okay, I'm done with this guy. And Amanda's never been seen from since. We've never heard from Amanda since then. So also he's got Christina Yakimovsky's on the list. Shannon O'Loughlin, LeBerry, The Storm is here. Oh, Michelle Olsen, Meals on Wheels, my old roommate, my therapist, my ex-co-founder, all because they participated in this court case.
Co-founder of what?
So Rian is here saying that these people all helped him out, or because 𝗺nie was afraid they might participate. 𝗺nie's harassment is the identified cause and stressor of my adjustment disorder, which is made up. Up until recently, I was having a hard time reasonably eating or sleeping, but because of his threats on November 19th and related harassment causes preoccupation with the stressors and consequences. The storm was counting on this guy to take me down. Unbelievable. Okay, let's go on.
Oh, he's doing ripe again.
Is ripe? Oh, yeah, he's got ripe again. Okay. Right. This court should allow consolidation because, first, this is a 2018 case and the record is complete for liability and ripe for review. Second, there is no reason for delay since the evidence reasonably admits of only one outcome. No, I mean, this is like the guy they interviewed at the Celtics there. Who's going to win? The Celtics, because there's no other reason why. This is the legal equivalent of that. Third, the Celtics are the balls. Third, the defendant as relentlessly been attacking every possible witness and bringing the conclusion of okay, so he's just repeating himself. So he goes and quotes some things there. Okay. On March 22nd, Aidan 𝗺nie lied to his followers and misled witnesses by claiming that I mentioned Christina Yakimovsky as a witness during the hearing on whether 𝗺nie's lawyer, 𝗃𝗃 was able to withdraw from the case. 𝗺nie then said he was supporting a woman-beating dog killer. He was. 𝗺nie keeps saying privately and publicly that anyone that provides me with evidence. And so the judge is reading this all, and it's just judge like, what the fuck does any of this have to do with the one line in a book that we're here for? Yep. Like, and this is why I love Rian Waters. This is why I love going against him. It's like, because this is what he's going to do. Please, Rian, just keep it. You're doing great, Rian. I apologize for everything I said. I was just kidding. Things are actually going great for you. I urge you to keep doing what you're doing right now. Just keep piling onto this. More craziness, more theories, more storm stuff. Just the more you sound like Shannon LeBerry and Kate Peter, the more rational you're going to sound to a judge, because things are going swimmingly thus far, my guy. He goes on to say, all right, according to 𝗺nie admits to the pedophile and murder threats and brags that this court does not care. On December 8th, 𝗺nie said the reason why he wasn't worried about getting in trouble for the November 19th, 2021 conspiracy was that 90% of court clerks support him. Recently, another whistleblower came forward with more evidence that, I mean, what am I, fucking Donald Trump whistleblower? Aidan 𝗺nie admitted to trying to frame me for the rape and murder threats. The whistleblower also has evidence that 𝗺nie bragged to this court that this court doesn't care about his crimes. They don't, because there are no crimes, and that he justifies his crimes with defamatory allegations. I mean, the picture again. Just imagine the judge reading this and having any fucking clue what you're talking about. Like, what does this have to do with what we're here for? 𝗺nie chose to threaten to molest children because he exploited my history so he could maximize damage. What? Okay, so this is the part that's really going to piss me off here. And I told him about it. You're a fucking piece of shit. On January 2020, so this is over 2 years ago, I told one of Aidan 𝗺nie's now ex-employees about the evidence I had proving that I was innocent. I assume that's Kate? You think he's talking about?
Yeah.
So she was still working for me in January of 2020.
That was right before she left, wasn't it?
Right. And Kate, keep in mind, Kate is the one that wrote these blogs about Rian Waters earlier on and exposed him. I mean, they were good blogs too. They were very good blogs. And, it really exposed Rian for the piece of shit that he was, because I had ignored him up until that point. And then she went all girl power and, solidarity with abused women. She pulled that card. And, even though it turned out she is just as bad as Rian Waters, but I digress. Anyway, he apparently told Kate that he has evidence about the evidence that I had proving I was innocent. And I told her about, oh, this is fucked up, man. This is fucked up. I told her about Sam Cardin's father said, and probably did to my daughter. He accuses, he's going to accuse Sam Cardon's dad of molesting the daughter that he abandoned. That's how fucking evil he is. On January 25th, Carney twice mocked me about the allegations and bragged on a recorded video that he can molest my daughter.
You were fucking mocking that he said the grandfather.
You remember? You remember that? Let me pull it up.
What the fuck?
Just in case we're unclear, but let me pull this up because I have it in here. Let's see. I have so many fucking emails from Ryan. I'll just bring up my email here. Let's see if we can find it. All right, let's see. Okay, that's not it. Hello, Aiden. I was not able to get to a printer today, so I failed to serve you. I mean, okay, so these are like, this is the typical shit I get from him, man. It's just like 2-page motion, 14-page motion, 3-page motion, 2-page motion, 1-page motion, 2-page motion, 36 pages of exhibits. And these are the audios that he's talking about. So I'm going to download these real quick and play them. And this is like evidence he's used. And this is how, like, shows you what a dishonest person this guy is. Let me play this audio here of me allegedly saying these threats to him. This is what he's saying is a threat. And man, the show has evolved, huh? Check this out. All right, let's play this clip.
Well, like, Ryan's not around. Now I can molest you, little girl. Let the molesting begin. Ha ha ha.
So there's that clip. So again, let me play that one more time. This is him claiming that I threatened to molest his daughter, which is just so asinine.
Well, like, Ryan's not around. Now I can molest you, little girl. Let the molesting begin. Ha ha ha.
So, yeah, like you said, Deb, what am I doing there?
Mocking that he said he thinks it's going to say that the grandfather like molested the kid.
Right. That's exactly what I'm doing. Ryan had made these baseless allegations that his grandfather, that the kid's grandfather molested her. And I am mocking that idea. And notice he just takes it completely out of context. And this is the dishonest. This is why he's a liar. Like, this is fraud on the court, what he's doing right now, because he knows goddamn well that is completely out of context. And that I'm mocking. Oh, I do. Okay, let me check it out. We got a Cash App here from 7-Pounder. It says further action is required to accept this. Okay, that's the message. That's all I got. So, do I have to accept it? No, that's just what I got. So, all right, let me play this second clip here.
Oh, doesn't that feel good, Lila?
Oh yeah, actually, let me wrong tape. Let me see. Where'd it go?
Oh, doesn't that feel good, Lila? Good thing Daddy's not around and I can touch you whenever I want. I mean, how?
Yeah, notice he stopped me right there because I'm like, how stupid is that? How unbelievable is that? It's like and again, what does he say in his fucking motion about this? Well, let's see. What does he allege that I said? What a fucking life I live, huh? What kind of life is this? Okay. He goes, on January 25th, Aiden Carney twice mocked me about the allegations and bragged on a recorded video that he can molest my daughter. That's a fucking lie. And Caroline's like, can you submit the whole tape? No, because none of this is going to matter. None of this matters.
This won't even get to
the case at hand. Okay? None of this matters to the case at hand. It's not even going to get there. So let me check. People are telling me to check my turtle chats. We got a couple turtle chats. Okay, let me see here. We'll come right back to this. Let me pull this up. We have here, first one's up. First one says, it's from Big Secret. Looking good tonight, Mr. Turtleboy. Fire emojis. All right. Mr. Turtleboy. That's a Then another one says, is from Sean. Sends $50. Says, put this towards a crate of mandarin oranges to pass out at a future Turtleboy meetup. Well, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And maybe we'll do that. Appreciate that. Okay. Anyway, so back to the thing we're here for. Thank you guys. Anybody else wants to donate? The link is right at the top. You can do it that way. Alex says, I'm wondering if it's him being dishonest for lawsuit credentials or if he's generally too slow to understand satire. No, he knows. He knows goddamn well that he knows it's not a threat. He's being genuinely dishonest because he thinks it's going to help him in this case. But anyway, this case should be dismissed. It already has been. But unfortunately, some appeals court idiot judge.
I can't believe that still.
Yeah, doesn't understand how the First Amendment works. All right. My husband said the table of contents is basically a sociopath's mind in a legal document. Yeah, basically. So anyway, exploiting my past history is not conjecture. 2 weeks before, he sent pedophile threats in my name, and while discussing a lawsuit against Dave Portnoy, Carney posted on his website that people don't like victims, they like winners. They like people who punch the cancer mob in the face instead of playing defense. What your fans want is for you to sink to your enemy's level. That's the Turtleboy philosophy, at least. Principles get you nowhere against these people. They want to make you destitute and harm your families. I mean, this is great stuff. Nothing is off limits. Find out everything about them. Learn what their vulnerabilities are. Attack them. Yes. I mean, Ryan is just replaying my greatest hits right here. Don't even go after them. Go after their employers, friends. I mean, I'm not even going to repeat this whole thing. Read the blog. It's so true. Ryan is like quoting some of the best Turtleboy quotes here. The Turtleboy quotes Twitter account is, I guess, stopped for like the last 6 months. So we need somebody else to pick up the steam here with the Turtleboy quotes. It looks like Rian Waters is doing just that. So thank you, Rian Waters. So anyway, the problem is that ratioing them on Twitter isn't really much of a punishment. You have to direct them towards Morning Brew or business, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Publishing the names of the women who ran to these lowlifes to try to ruin your reputation, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Carney has consistently attacked me and everyone that helps me before court dates. On January 15th, Carney extorted Christina Yakomowski because she provided me with screenshots of his conspiracy group and said if she doesn't call him, that he would go to her court hearing and try to send her to jail. It's like, Ryan, none of that has to do with you. My issue with her is nothing to do with, like, stop trying to insert yourself into everything, my guy. On February 17th, Carney followed through with his extortion threat against my witness. So there he is. He's saying
she's nothing but his witness. That's all.
Is his witness. His witness. And said presenting evidence against him is the stupidest thing anyone could do because everyone knows, okay, what he is vindictive. On or about October 18th, 2018, I presented an affidavit by a man named Michael Gaffney detailing Carney's consistent obstructive tactics. Carney had an employee create gay porn. It's called a meme, Ryan.
It's art.
Yeah, and the employee wasn't the guy's name is Chris Keegan, okay? And I didn't make him. He did. Like, what do you want from me? Like, he hates me now, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
He's with Krusty Panties now. He's Team Krusty Panties. So I don't know. He made the memes, dude. I didn't make him do it. He just made them. I liked them. They were kind of funny. The Broke-Aff Mountain was brilliant. Broke-Aff Mountain is the funniest fucking meme I've ever seen. But Kate made a bunch of those too. And they were very good, man. They were very, very good. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, Carney had an employee create gay porn and repeatedly harass both of us for it before court hearings. On January 19th, Honorary Judge Jane Mulqueen interrupted me from reading death threats. So Ryan's in court. Mulqueen is the judge who dismissed this lawsuit 3 years ago. And so he's reading these death threats in court. And because she found the first one too mild. So reading death threats, she's like, bitch, that's not a death threat. And 𝗄𝗲 𝗺𝗂𝗆, oh, Ryan with the big words, argued that the First Amendment protected threats before court dates without need for debate. No, she didn't. But the transcript, she also implied that she did not care about any threats unless they were published in Carney's name. Exactly. The court refused to grant an injunction allowing me to present evidence because the court thought it could overrule and retire the settled law in Maloof and London. Oh, he's much smarter than the court. Yeah. After the court gave Carney permission to send threats, I got flooded with death threats, flooded with them, and harassment. impairing me to the point I couldn't do basic obligations. Now, keep in mind, every time we write about this guy, what does he do?
Cries about it.
What does he do on Facebook?
Goes on and cries about it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes on. He doesn't even cry about it. He goes in the comment section every time we write about him.
He comes right back. Yeah.
And he writes some like cocky thing, like, this is not good, Aiden. We will be taking you down in court. Like something real serious. That shows that like he's not even the least bit fazed by any of this. None of it.
Yeah, he doesn't act like it at all.
No, he doesn't. On January 22nd of 2019, he threatened to harass my roommate because I used her address for the court date because he doesn't have an address. He's homeless. Carney threatened to kill my daughter. Oh, we got another. The 7-pounder thing came through. He's wants to send. He goes, the $10 was for canteen account when Ryan puts me in jail. So there we go. So he got the message in there. Thank you, 7-pounder. Carney has admitted the goal of the articles that he published before court hearings was to destroy me. At the summary judgment hearing, I explained that the harassment critically impaired my mental health and that Carney consistently harassed me before every important event. If I do a deposition, they're going to harass me before. The transcript, the court asked if it was speculation, and I responded, they've harassed me nonstop every single court event. Carney did not deny or reply because I'm like, this is so retarded. I'm not even commenting. On June 23rd, 2019, Carney discussed this case and said that you participate against him, he will ruin your life and that he would get sexual pleasure doing so. Oh, I love it. It's like, I think I made a comment. I'm like, I will come so hard.
Yeah, I think so. He takes it all like scientifically.
He's like, actually, he was going to come
describing his
so hard.
The coming from his penis.
It was everywhere, Your Honor. It was a big cum shot everywhere. So he says, on January 25th, 2020, 5 days after this case was docketed in the appeals court, Carney showed pictures of me and my house. You don't have a house. And told his public shaming blog what my address is and said the world would be better off with me dead. That I stand by. The world is definitely better off if Rian Waters dead. Now, I'm not saying he should kill himself.
It's an opinion, though. It's an opinion. So.
Yeah, no, it is opinion. And I would say borderline fact. Like, I would say, it is a strongly held opinion, a widely held opinion. But I would say, like, the evidence pretty much backs that up. So, yeah. I renewed more dogs would live and less women would get beat. So that'd be a plus. I renewed my request for an injunction and listed new and old evidence as obstruction, blah, blah, blah. The issues raised in a motion have been previously raised, considered, and ruled upon prior to entry of summary judgment for the defendant. So I won that again. On 12/20, Carney said, this is war, okay? When General Sherman went to the South, they would not fucking surrender to the North during the Civil War. We didn't say, well, we're just going to keep killing soldiers. No, General Sherman marched to Atlanta and he lit everything on fire. Fucking everything. Men, women, children, dogs, everything. Fucking burns until you surrender. That's how it fucking works. If you want to declare war, then people die in war, including civilians. When we bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, again, this is just my greatest.
You say fucking a lot, don't you?
I do. I have to try not to. Again, this is just my greatest hits. That's all he's listing here. So he goes on to say, I told the courts, my health is crumbling because of his threats. So this is chapter whatever. I told the court that the threats and harassment put me in a coma, he's in a coma, and prevented him from presenting evidence. So he's got all this evidence to prove whatever, but he can't do it because he's in a coma because I keep talking about it. So he keeps poking me and keeps threatening and filing motions against me and bringing me to court. Then I talk about it, and it put him in a goddamn coma, and now he can't eat mandarin orange.
A coma-like state. I always get that way when someone harasses me.
Imagine somebody said that about me on Twitter. They're saying something mean about me. Oh,
right?
Coma.
Coma. Like when I heard raccoon, I was out for 6 days. No one could wake me up. You're right. You just never move. Is he frozen?
Oh, sorry. Someone said something about me on Twitter. I was in a coma for a minute there. Sorry, I'm out. I have not been able to reasonably eat or sleep because since Carney tried to frame me. No, you can't eat. You can't eat because you have no money, and you can't sleep because you got no home.
Wasn't he just in a coma? You slept plenty.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. And were you in the hospital? I guess you got health care.
You got meals.
Yeah, I am too stressed and focused on these crimes to address my terrifying health problems. Legal standard. Okay, so he just keeps talking. This is where he cites case law and what he thinks will work out, and it's just not working. That like he just misreads court, whatever. Aiden Carney has no chance of winning. I did not kill a dog. Samantha never alleged that she's seen me hurt a dog, so she did not. So what she said during her testimony, you heard it there in her deposition, was that she stepped out of the room after he knocked her out. He goes, "Did you see me hit the dog?" "No, Ryan, because I was knocked out on the floor because you headbutted me." And so she came in, and then the dog was fucking limping all of a sudden. And Ryan claims a cabinet fell on her, but there was no cabinet. And the medical examiner's report said that the dog had its back stomped in by a foot. So yeah, there you go, Ryan. Back in 2017, Samantha claimed that we argued as soon as we woke up, and that after I left the house, our dog was army crawling. During the deposition, Samantha said that right after I left the house, our dog was laying on the ground, unable to walk. Either way, it does not make sense when you look at the timeline of events that day. I left at around 9:30, and Samantha did not say anything was wrong with our dog until the afternoon. To believe her story, you have to believe that Samantha let our dog suffer for 3.5 hours while she was too busy telling me she believed I was the nicest guy in the world. So again, abused women tell the people who abuse them, "Oh, you're not," you know what I mean? It's like, that's what they do. And he's so narcissistic that he believes, "Oh yeah, see, this is proof that you love me." It's like, no, this is proof that she's an abused woman, you fucking asshole. I mean, I'm with S. Lynn here. It's just like, how can you not hate this guy with every ounce of your being? Just like,
yeah, the vet weighed in, Erica. Yeah, like she wouldn't show if a vet weighed in on this. Yeah.
Yeah. So the vet, yes, they took her to the vet, and the vet did a necropsy on the dog and determined that the dog was killed because Ryan stomped on the dog's back. And the vet was prepared to testify at trial about this, and it never made it to trial because Samantha got cold feet, and Ryan basically threatened her, which he admits later on in this stupid motion, and she was scared to testify. Samantha told a private investigator that there was no metal cabinet in that kitchen, and according to the DCF report, Samantha claimed that there was no cabinets that could have fallen. During the deposition, she admitted there was a metal cabinet in the kitchen. In our transcribed jail phone calls from January 2017, Samantha and I discussed a metal cabinet that had just fallen with broken glass, which I believed and still believe must. Ryan started a YouTube channel that I got to find in which he actually plays the jailhouse conversations, and it's just so bad. None of it proves anything that he's saying. But he goes on to say, on the day that Samantha thought she was going to testify about the criminal allegations for the DA, she wrote on Facebook that she was excited to testify. But when she got to court, a lawyer confirmed Samantha Cardin had a Fifth Amendment right based on my evidence given to him. I testified to my version of events. Samantha exercised her Fifth Amendment rights and refused to testify for the state. So what Ryan did was he told her, "I'm going to say that there were drugs in the house. And I'm going to make up a bunch of lies about you, abusing drugs and all the shit. And I'm going to get your kid taken away from you." And Samantha hears that and she freaks out because it's her only child and she loves her. She's a great mother and she loves her dearly. And she's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, I don't have to testify. I don't want, she's fucking scared. And he exploited that. And he thinks, and now he's attacking her because you already fucking won, Ryan. Like, you got the charges dropped and now you want to fuck me? Like, I hope she reopens this. God, I hope she does.
I would love her to.
I know.
She's like stronger. She's not scared of him anymore. You can tell from the deposition.
No, she's not. She's pissed off. I testified to my version. She exercised her Fifth Amendment right and refused to testify for the state. During the April 15th deposition, I asked Samantha if she would waive her privileges and tell us what the lawyer showed her that made her want to plead the Fifth. She said she didn't remember, but said it was because she was scared. Exactly. She then admitted that she was extremely excited to testify a few hours. What? I believe she pled the Fifth because she was shown Exhibit A and our transcribed jail phone calls. Carney confirmed after the deposition that she told him that she pled the Fifth because I was trying to frame her for drug dealing. Notably, if Samantha told Carney the truth, he would have done something to her, like you did to me. Like, what is this fucking conspiracy? What is he even saying right now? Like, I'm so basically Samantha's scared of me. He's saying, right? That's what he seems to be saying.
I think so.
So that's the reason why she told me this, because she's scared of me. No, not okay. Exhibit A02 corroborates my concern with breaking up with Samantha. Was with Samantha's Cardin's father watching our daughter. As Samantha says, if you're around, I will never need to leave her with anyone. You would be the one with her. Yeah, because you're the fucking father and you're supposed to be the dad. Also, I noted that there was no reason for her to be scared of me. And she responded, I'm not scared of you. I don't want to fight anymore. I responded, me neither. I was begging you to stop. I was begging her to calm down and let me leave, but she refused and blocked me from leaving. So I headbutted her. So it's not her fault. So, I kicked the shit out of her and then murdered the dog because, she wasn't being nice enough to me,
It's perfectly rational reaction.
I asked Sam during our now transcribed phone calls if she thought I was guilty of anything. She did not mention anything about her dog, and she admitted she was blocking me from leaving, which did not align with what she told DCF and the DA's office. Then he goes, I never sold drugs. So this is the only thing that matters, okay? The drugs in California thing. That is what 𝗃𝗃𝗃 alleged that Sam Cardin told her, and then I mentioned that in the book in one fucking sentence, okay? And he's, God damn it, hold on. And then they sue me over this shit. So he says, I never bought or sold drugs in California. Samantha's deposition did not reveal any facts or firsthand knowledge of drug dealing. Okay? But it did. But
except for the part where she said, yeah, you did sell drugs. The part.
Yeah. Yeah. She goes, even if, let's see, an accusation, blah, blah, blah. So here he is quoting all the stupid case law that he misread. He's an idiot. And he goes, even if Samantha had fabricated a detailed story, I would argue that she got the details elsewhere. It is like, what? Okay. You would argue that. Okay. December 2nd, 2021, Carney presented an affidavit by Cardin alleging in a conclusory fashion that I was a drug dealer in California. This allegation was only fabricated to make an excuse for why she pled the fifth. No, that is why she pled the fifth. The affidavit has no address for Samantha, and I did not state because she doesn't want him knowing where she lives, and did not state what firsthand knowledge she had or what drugs I supposedly sold. I deposed Samantha on April 15th and asked her if she'd been arrested for selling drugs. Samantha, no, I've never been arrested. Then he asks her, was I ever, can we do this part? I have to be Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you be Samantha and I'll be Ryan.
No, I've never been arrested.
Was I ever arrested for selling drugs in California?
No, not that I'm aware of, unless you got arrested after we broke up.
No. Did you ever hear about a police officer investigation into drug dealing in California?
No, I don't believe so.
Are you currently, or do you consider yourself a drug user?
No, absolutely not.
Notably, she wore a cannabis brand T-shirt and hat to the deposition. Like, okay,
God forbid.
God forbid. Were you using drugs when we lived in California?
Cannabis, yes, absolutely.
Was I using drugs when we lived in California?
Cannabis, yes, absolutely.
What the fuck does that conversation have to do with anything?
Right.
Okay.
And she did say in her last one that she sold drugs.
Pot. Mm-hmm. Samantha admitted that she has committed on several of Carney's articles commented on several of Carney's articles harassing me and witnesses. What?
Because you show up and you're ridiculous.
Has she though? I hardly ever see her.
I haven't seen her name in a long time.
And she implied during the depo that if I dropped the lawsuit that the harassment would stop. Sam Cardin, which it would. Like if you like we both said that we're like, Ryan, we just want this to go away. We just want to be left alone. Just drop the stupid lawsuit. We only talk about you because you won't let this go. You understand that, stupid? Okay? Like we have a right to talk about this. Like unbelievable. Samantha Cardin said she'd do anything in her power to stop me from knowing about our child, including up a DCF case on herself. What? Yeah, which she did, and
Yeah, she did
and rightfully so. Notably, DCF filled their reports with lies. That's never a good idea when you accuse DCF of lying, just to let you know. Usually doesn't work out the way you claim. With lies that made Samantha look good and hid the fact that Samantha's father, most likely, because Ryan said so, molested my daughter. On the day that Sam Carden tried to frame me, she said she was doing it because I believed her father molested our nonverbal child. Exhibit A corroborates that my concern with breaking up with her was that I believed her father had been inappropriate with our daughter. Oh, right. That's why, right?
That was really the big concern, yeah.
Yeah. I am guessing that the reason why Samantha does not want to talk about our daughter is because our daughter must be having, this is so low, our daughter must be having seizures, and she is worried I will fight for custody. The only reason why my daughter would have seizures is because Samantha was not doing a good job parenting. The fucking balls on this motherfucker. Can you that fucking piss Ryan. I hope somebody punches you in the fucking face for that one, dude. I mean, what a fucking worthless piece of shit you. I ain't gonna do it, but I hope somebody does. Because you are a fucking worthless person to write those words. To write that Samantha, who you abandoned, and the child that you abandoned, she has to do this all by her fucking self. All by herself. The kid wakes up in the middle of the night having fucking seizures. She's in a wheelchair. She can't do anything for herself. And you're not around because you fucking abandoned him to do this. This is what you're doing instead of raising your fucking child. And you have the fucking nerve to say that she is not doing a good job parenting. You fucking piece of shit. What did 𝗃𝗓𝗄𝗃 say there that I took down?
𝗃𝗓𝗄𝗃 said, yeah, he said something like, go back and read, doesn't sound right. Like, I feel like she said that during the deposition verbally, remember?
Yeah, I think that's what she said. Yeah,
she did, but she doesn't read. Yeah, so he just fucking made that up.
Unbelievable.
Like, yeah, sorry, no matter what you think.
He has no right, but he has the nerve to put in this fucking document that she's a bad mother. Like that pisses me the fuck off, man. That pisses me.
Where's your citation for that?
Fuck off.
Like, I'm looking at that for medical. Is that like medical, like something? Does he have a citation saying that that's the only reason why she would have seizures?
Well, my daughter, he says my daughter was seizure free while living with me. Oh, okay. But for the fucking couple days.
For 6 months, a couple days, 6 months for life.
Samantha couldn't afford to be because Samantha couldn't afford to be a good parent because this court and Aidan Kearney have forced them to live in poverty. Yeah,
that must be
I forced them to live in poverty.
She's working unlike you, asshole. So why don't you get a job then and pay some child support?
Read this.
She need not worry. I am no longer healthy enough to seek custody.
Oh yeah, look. So he's like, oh yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to take your kid for you. I could if I wanted to, Samantha. I could take your kid, but don't worry. I can't eat mandarin oranges, and I'm so frail over here. No, you're just a piece of shit. And thank God that kid is not around you, Ryan. I mean, is he the most evil person you've ever seen?
He's fucking terrible. Like he just wants to harass her through you, and it's the only way he can keep including her in it.
So Samantha Carden, yeah, you think you're right. Samantha Carden told DCF that we were homeless in California. During the deposition, she admitted we lived in a big, beautiful house in California. Not that you owned, okay? It was it sounded like a compound or something. Yeah. We lived in a 4,000 square foot mansion with a private casino.
Okay.
Which highlights the absurdity of her lies. Samantha
definitely wasn't theirs.
Yeah, definitely not yours. Samantha told DCF that I would not let her work. During the deposition, Samantha admitted she would work for a couple days at a time from the home. Samantha's average pay trimming cannabis was over $400 a day, which is something I appreciated. I can prove that I allowed Samantha to make her own choices about when she worked. He allowed it, guys.
So big of him.
And I can prove that she did work away from the home for weeks at a time. Samantha Carden said I was the nicest guy in the world. On the same day that she tried framing me. If this goes to trial, I will prove that she used more drugs than just cannabis and that I did not approve of it. So now he's calling her a drug addict. He's making shit up if this goes to trial. and he will prove it. On the subpoena that was served on Samantha, it said she was required to bring all emails between 𝗺nie and herself. She did not bring any emails because we don't talk on email because she said she was unable to read my handwriting. She will lose credibility when the jury sees the legibility of the subpoena.
Oh,
so she will, Rian, he's well known for his handwriting. Samantha 𝗺nie did not want to sign an affidavit in this case in January of 2019, but she was pressured to do so by 𝗺nie. 𝗺nie reminded Samantha during the depo how intense he is when someone does something he doesn't like in court. I expect Samantha to either plead the fifth or tell the truth after 𝗺nie goes to jail. After it, so it's a done deal. I'm going to jail, or this court takes witness safety seriously. 𝗺nie conduct during the depo was clearly obstruction. It was clearly my behavior was appropriate, and I would argue hilarious and warranted. Yes, and entertaining. Like I told you to shut the fuck up, Ryan.
Yep.
Okay, so I designed and sought a provisional patent on the first hydrocarbon extraction machine to separate grades along. Yeah, he's a real fucking genius. Okay, his book was published with malice. Okay, and so he says that my book, this one sentence about him was with malice. And what's his evidence of that? So he quotes all this case law and blah, blah, blah. Aidan 𝗺nie was aware that no media outlets found Samantha's allegations credible. Well, no media outlets wrote about it, but the police found it credible. And so did the district attorney's office, which is why you were arrested and charged, Ryan. How about that? Goes on to say. And he was skeptical in the original article. The judge, who clearly reviewed. Okay. She said, I don't even know. It's like, okay. So this is, I guess, the original blog saying not good if true. Okay. So anyway, it's like 𝗺nie said he was going to murder me with words around the exact same time he published his defamation in his book, I Am Turtleboy. 𝗺nie hates me so much that he uses kids as pawns. Again, keep my fucking kids out of your mouth, Ryan. Like, enough. Like, he loves to bring other people's kids into shit, Ryan. Fucking, you're insane. You're an absolute lunatic. So he goes on to say, he tried to frame me for pedophile and murder threats to obstruct this case. And he did not oppose. So this is all shit he's getting from Shannon LeBerry. That's how crazy he is.
Yep.
And he did not oppose a motion for a default based on those allegations. Okay, because I just didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
Summary judgment should be awarded. And blah, blah, blah. Let's see what he says here. So he quotes all this. In this case, I have a diagnosis for adjustment order, which 𝗺nie's harassment. Okay, again. I either need an injunction, here it is, or I need 𝗺nie to go to jail before I can present more evidence of damages. So he needs me to go to jail. 𝗺nie has shown and said that he is unable to control himself when people participate in court cases against him. Did I say that? I don't remember. Even so, summary judgment should still be awarded in my favor as to liability without deciding damages, because defamatory statements that are accusations of crime are actionable with proof of special damage. So he thinks, like, as long as I'm free and not in jail, I will continue to be a threat to him, and he will be unable to pursue his stupid case here. Okay? I guess. I think that's what he's saying. Okay. Anyway, so I did write an exact quote. In the edition I have, it is an exact quote. Regardless, an insinuation. Okay, whatever. It's like, okay, so we're back to this. I will be irreparably harmed without an injunction. Samantha's testimony was influenced and her deposition got interrupted. Not interrupted. I'm a fucking lawyer. I objected, and rightfully so. By 𝗺nie's ruthless behavior. I can't safely present any testimony from my therapist or doctors without an injunction or some other protection. I am currently unable to have a driver's license because 𝗺nie harassed every person that let me use their address for the court case. So he doesn't have a driver's license, guys.
That sounds like your fault.
Because it's my fault he doesn't have a driver's license.
Because he's homeless.
I harassed every person that let me use their address for this court case. How about this, Ryan? Why don't you just use your own address? So he's saying, you don't
have one.
Oh, right. That's right. showing pictures of their house and saying the world. So again, and if he wants to, let's suppose that's true, he's using other people's addresses and fake addresses. If you have an address, Ryan, you can still get a license. Like, and I won't know what it is. But he goes on. He goes, 𝗵𝗄𝗃 frequently directs people on Facebook to access the Registry of Motor Vehicles database and search people's information for him. So he's saying he can't get a license, guys, because then it's going to be, his address will be in the RMV system. And you know, I post on Facebook sometimes, I need somebody to run a license plate for me.
I remember that you doing that like the other day. Like,
yeah, and then I'll find out where he lives. So he can't get a driver's license because of that. That I'm the reason why he can't get a driver's license.
It's not like it wouldn't show up on white pages or anything, like everyone else's fucking address. Like, don't worry.
Or he just doesn't have an address. How about that?
That too.
I have a constitutional right to safety in the court. It is essential to preserve. Okay, so he quotes another stupid thing here. He loves citing case law, like he knows what he's doing. Okay, more case law. I also have a 9th Amendment or it's supposed to be a little dash there, Ryan, but I'll allow it. And or 14th Amendment right to protection in the courts. The Massachusetts Constitution says that this specific right was already included in the Constitution, even though it had not been specifically mentioned. Then because this right was included by implication. Oh God, I argue the obvious right. Oh my God, the Magna Carta.
Oh my God,
Magna Carta. Okay, it's like, dude, no one's reading any of this. Okay. Oh, Hamilton, he's like Alexander Hamilton, guys, said that he is
he has a right to play for that.
He must have seen. He must have. Manuel Miranda fan or whatever. Yeah. So 𝗵𝗄𝗃 will not be harmed by an injunction. He has no interest in the injunction, as my 9th Amendment right to a fair trial and protection in the court nullifies his right to free speech. No, Ryan, it actually doesn't. It really doesn't.
That's not quite the thing.
And your right to a free trial has not been taken away from you at all. It's all in your head. You're just making this shit up. Okay. Nothing is stopping you from having a fair trial. 𝗺𝗃 fraudulently canceled his business. Okay, but I just dissolved it. Okay, but I fraudulently canceled it. That legally should still own the quote weaponized public shaming accounts. 𝗺𝗃 has stated that my articles do not make him any money. What? Okay, so conclusion: this court should schedule a hearing for a preliminary injunction consolidated with the trial on the merits as to liability, and this court should grant the temporary restraining order 10 days before the hearing for witness safety. You know what? So I'm supposed to file a motion for summary judgment with this to get it dismissed. I kind of want it to go to trial, just because this would be great content, would it not?
Oh my God, but can you imagine? Like, but honestly, really, like, God.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. I never bought or sold drugs in California. So here's his after, David.
Wait, what?
Who's that? That's what's her name's face.
That's not her though.
Lauren Laguna. No, that's not her.
No, she's Will the catcher.
Oh, so this is Shannon 𝗵𝗲𝗺. So this is Shannon. This is one of the Shannon accounts right now. So because she's repeating the Rian Waters, Shannon 𝗵𝗲𝗺 talking points about.
Oh yeah, why are you always lying, Turtleboy?
Yeah, they love to talk about that. So they have this theory, I guess, that I'm making fake.
Like if you could maybe write a coherent sentence there, that'd be helpful.
It's like, by the way, keep pushing that narrative. Keep pushing, because that is working out great for you guys. That whole thing has really caught fire. A lot of people have bought into that. A lot of people believe you. You totally don't sound like a completely deranged conspiracy nut when you say those sort of things. Please keep doing that. Please. Or if it's a basic business right to structure one business. Yeah, of course. No rule you add to be an LLC. Duh. Okay. So,
ask your brother, John Curtis. So it's definitely our mystery caller.
Oh, so that's Shannon. That's Shannon. Yeah. So she's obsessed with
Why don't you just
brother.
call and tell us how you feel? We miss your voice.
Don't put his name up there. I don't want that. So anyway, as March 22nd, he lied to his followers and claimed that I mentioned Christina Yamaguchi as a witness. Oh my God. Okay, so here's his after David, basically repeating the same shit that everything you just read. Okay, here's his and then he's got the exhibits he didn't have time to put up. So yeah. that's it. And that was denied. And again, the judge basically told him, hey, like, dude, let's get the show on the road. The judge wants this to get over with. They've had enough. They've had quite enough of this shit. They're probably pissed at the Supreme Judicial Court for fucking kicking this back down to them. They're like, dude, we resolved this shit 3 years ago. What are we doing? The question is, when I eventually win this, like, what's he going to do next? Like, he's never going to go away, right?
No, he's like a hemorrhoid.
But hey, now I know how to file motions and shit, so I'm good at court.
Hey, exactly. You're taking it as learning experience, and that will only help in the future. So thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, everybody say hi, Shannon. Everybody say hi, Shannon. Everybody write hi, Shannon in the comments because she really wants attention. Hi, Shannon LeBerry. You're crazy. I'm going to put Shannon's phone number out there just because she likes to do shit again. I'm going to post it right here just so everyone can have, like, I urge people to call her. Just tell her that I said hi because she doesn't answer. So her phone number is, and I don't care. It's like, let's see. Her phone number is 508. So the world has it.
Bret's tooth goes suck dump truck.
Dump truck, yeah, dump truck 7811. Okay, so there it is. 508 801-7811. Hi, Shannon.
No, you see the next comment?
What? Which one?
I don't want to put your brother's name.
Oh, okay. I'm someone who knows all the charges Turtle is facing. All right. So it's like she claims
she reached out. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Do we have that comment from Shannon's brother?
Oh, you're getting all nervous, apparently. Ooh, she's laughing her ass off. Wow, I didn't think you were nervous at all. So
it's weird because these are the exact same things that Shannon used to say under the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 account, under the Turtleboy Secrets account. Shannon, whatever happened to that, by the way? Why'd you get rid of that?
Right?
So
she's so original, using Lauren's face like everybody else does. Wow.
Yeah, Lauren Laguna. Yeah, it's like
Lauren's here, and she goes, "Why the fuck is she using my face? What a weirdo."
Because you know why, Lauren? Because she wishes she has your face, and or your
brain, anything.
And you're like, she's very round, and your face is like a normal face. It doesn't have bloated cheeks, 3 chins, stuff like that. That her chin has, that hers has. So, I want to find the message from her brother, because talk about messages from family, dude. This is not.
I know, right? Someone who likes to talk about brothers.
Do you have a copy of that image? You've seen it before, right?
I do. Yeah, I have that. I think I do.
Can you put it up on the big screen?
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Okay. In the meantime, why don't we do a little? And again, she thinks I'm going to Superior. I'm surprised she hasn't called, but
that's what I mean. Apparently, this is the new
normal. You mean stunning? Yes, stunning. At least she has confidence. There we go.
Magnificent. She keeps going.
Yeah. Oh, I wish he would call. I wish he would call 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 as a witness. That would be fucking dope.
No,
oh my god.
We said that.
Like, okay.
She's a whistleblower. Did
you or did you not ask for someone who is not Ray, your fiance, to quote unquote unload on your face? Did you say that? And who did you say? Yeah. Where's okay. You sent it. Let me pull it up here. You can just pull it up on. You can just pull it up.
Oh, I was doing it on my phone. That's why.
Okay. Oh, you're watching on your phone.
Yeah. Well, I have like both things up. So
Shannon, this. I hate even doing this, poor kid, but fuck it. This is. I mean, I just want her to be embarrassed because this is what he said about her.
She doesn't care what fucking she says about you. That's not true. Yeah. Doesn't care if you're embarrassed. Doesn't give a shit about your family. So fuck it.
My freaking crazy sister. It's unbelievable. I haven't associated with her in years. So embarrassing. That's you, Shannon. You're embarrassing. Your brother says you're embarrassing.
Oh, wow. Do you remember when you got removed from your job in handcuffs, Aiden? Do you remember that?
No, because it never happened. So there's that. There's that.
Mm.
You know when you get handcuffed? When you're
commit a crime.
Yeah, when you commit a crime, which I've never done or been charged with. So there's that. He was anonymous until he was outed by James. Oh, these are just so boring. These are just so boring.
I love all these huge bombs she's dropping that are not true.
She's a fucking lunatic. She's an absolute lunatic.
It's like fucking Pearl Harbor in here.
Oh, it's so funny that this is who Krusty Panties has to go to for help. Like, this is so satisfying. Okay. Handcuffs to stop her man from escaping. Yeah, probably. Somebody sent me a picture of her. Oh, you want to see her and her man? Actually, I do have a picture of that. Let me pull it up.
I don't know. Do I, or am I going to throw up?
No, I have them. Hold on. I got to go.
Yeah, her timeline's fucking messed up, right?
Who's this?
Like Superior Court. I have a clip of you singing it. Oh yeah.
Of course you do. Yeah, you have a lot of things.
Where's these receipts that you have? You have all these pictures and these videos of been blowing people. Where are they?
Yeah, and I'm sure she's got some file somewhere because this is like what she does all day. So this is Shannon there's Shannon and her husband AJ. AJ, of course, cheated on her. This is them at a Medfield. This was sent to me by a Medfield resident who saw her at a kindergarten graduation, because Shannon has 3 kids, believe it or not. That's the scary part about this. Shannon has 3 children under her care, and this is what she does all day while AJ, her husband, works. She just sits around on the internet doing this because she doesn't have a fucking job. I mean, look at her, dude. She looks fucking. I mean, she has lost a couple pounds, I feel like, since this whole thing, but she just looks fucking beat up by life or something, man. Like, dude, that is grizzled. And why does her husband look like her fucking like creepy uncle? And this is the guy that he cheated on her. He cheated on her, and she lied and went to the Medfield police and filed a false police report claiming that he raped her after she found out that he cheated. And now he's stuck with her because he doesn't want to divorce her, because he doesn't want to lose the kids, because he's worried about what will happen if he's in charge of the kids. Yeah. So, I mean, he's a piece of shit too. Fuck him. He can go get fucked and die.
Well, I mean, better than her for the kids, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's not saying much, but yeah.
Well, when you got shitty options, then.
Like, imagine living with a person like that, how crazy you have to be. Yeah, I mean, the hair is bad. The hair is like, dude.
I don't want to say anything.
Dude, do any of these people own shampoo and conditioner? Do any of them own anything? Like, can we get her some Pert Plus, please? Anything will do. Even the Suave, the Shaw's brand will do. Just put something in there. I mean, it looks like if you fucking put your hands in her hair, like you would get down like a centimeter before getting stuck. And there'd be maple syrup in there and Captain Crunch hidden in various pores. Like, God knows what you would find in that thing on her head. And why does she look like she's just like some beat up Southie broad or something? Like, look at her, like she's supposed to shot put or something. She looks like a 40-year-old broad with 7-year-old tits. Yikes! Ugh.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a big comeback. What are we, kindergarten now?
Yeah, I mean, don't even.
You jerked off to it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Knows why it's called Turtleboy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, that is a much smaller than she was in the video with. Yeah, she does. She looks like a lot skinnier than she did in the video with. Like, she looked fucking huge in the. I got a turtle chat here. I want to bring up.
She was sitting down, so maybe that's like different too, because everything compresses.
That's true. That's true. So Jack sends $25 and he says, my wife's birthday is tomorrow. But the delivery date for my gift for her is Thursday. Okay. Message me afterwards. Message me afterwards, Jack. We'll talk. We'll figure something out. There you go. So, okay. So happy birthday to Mrs. Jack, by the way. I met her. She's a nice lady. I met her at. They're one of the few people that they've met online, and they on one of those apps, and they're very happy. They seem like a really nice couple. I met them at Hooters back there in the Patriots lost that we won't talk about, and they seem like a really nice guy, and she seemed like a really nice lady. So they're a happy, healthy couple, and typical of what I would call Turtleboy fandom, right? That's what we have. We have
normal people.
Yeah, we have normal people.
Like we don't have many normal people, but we do.
The blog definitely attracts some crazy people, as we've seen, but they always end up outing themselves, and then it blows up. Like, and I am weary of anybody who's like too enthusiastic, you know. And I feel like I don't want to say we got rid of everyone, because you never know, but I feel like we've gotten rid of the real fucking problems. Like there was the people that we've gotten rid of were way too into Turtleboy. Like Shannon would message me 1,000,000 fucking times a day, right? And like Kate Peter called me her idol. Remember that? She called me her idol in the blog. Like she literally called me her fucking idol. Interesting.
Common thread of doing that, and then
Yeah, I mean, how many times did Bret like literally get down on his knees and tell me, "Oh, bro, you're gonna, I don't even care if I know I might not be around for this at the end, but it doesn't matter because you're going to the top. It doesn't matter. Like this thing's too big, I'll completely understand if you don't want me." Oh, now he just pretends, now he's fake. But Amanda was on. I go back and watch old shows. She was on every fucking show. Commented the entire time. Messaged me 1,000,000 times a day, and just like you start to realize, oh, these people are crazy. Oh, I get it. So, it is what it is. I called you a role model.
That was 7.
But no, role model is different from idol.
Idol, yeah.
Little idols, and that was very charming. I mean, that was very flattering to hear that, And I don't think she was lying. Like I do think that I was what she wished that she could have become when she started her YouTube career 10 years ago and failed miserably. And she's nothing without me. She's still nothing, to be perfectly clear, but she's even less without me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not hard. Read the blog and move on. If you feel you're exactly. Thank you, Sean. I mean, Sean's another guy. He's a firefighter. Typical turtle rider there, works his ass off, nice guy, reads the blogs, comes on the show. I don't hear from him 1,000,000 times a day. You know what I mean? Because he's working. And he just he doesn't want to control the content. Like that's what these people, the Shannons of the world, want to control the content. They want to decide what I write about. They want to be intimately involved in it. Whereas people like Sean, they just want to read it. They just want to be entertained. They like a little a getaway from their life of, running into burning buildings and shit. Like, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
How does he have no friends? It's like, yeah, I feel like I do have friends. And you guys are just my friends I've met through Turtleboy. Like, I also have
he has real life friends too that nobody knows about.
Yeah, and they don't talk. They don't come on the show because they don't want to get fucking doxxed and the treatment. They didn't sign up for this. They were my friends before Turtleboy existed. They exist.
It's just like so lame. People trying to like get laughs out of that. Like no one's laughing with you. Yeah. You're literally ridiculous.
Yeah. Like Willie's a perfectly normal guy. Willie used to be in our group.
Willie made his banner was up there. Wasn't that his banner in the background?
No, that was who made that? That was Randy. Randy's not around much anymore. I don't know what happened to Randy, but I mean she seemed normal, I guess. But Willie Lee, I don't even know Willie's real name. It doesn't matter. He's just a normal guy that reads the blog, Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Normal stay-at-home mom, exactly. I know exactly.
Oh yeah, she was hiding earlier. She was blocked for like so long. That's why she hasn't been around. Like she messaged me the other night and was like, "Am I blocked on the show?" And I had to unblock her. So she said hi because she hasn't seen you in a long time.
Who?
Max Coffee.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
I don't know who did that, but like I was just like, oh, okay.
It's a mistake. Too many cooks sometimes.
For real.
Yeah. Mizan. I mean, I don't even know Mizan's here. I don't even know his real name. I don't care. He's just a nice guy who supports the blog, and I see him on there. Very pro Tinder, etc. For all the singles out there. Okay, excellent. So it's more than just a hookup thing. So I thought Tinder was just like a hookup thing, but I guess you can find real love on that.
I guess you could, yeah. If you're not,
My psychiatrist says I'm totally normal. No, Laura is normal,
She's normal. We're all who's not seeing a fucking psychiatrist anyways. Like
right.
I fucking am. I don't give a fuck.
Everyone's fucked up. Yeah, everyone should see.
We're all fucked. Like if you can't admit that, you're probably more fucked up than us. Like,
Life is stressful. Life is stressful for everyone. Like it's perfectly normal to do that, I would say. Okay.
I can't.
I'm not even. It's just the same old shit.
Yeah.
Our story this week was exposing the douche Newton attorney. Yeah. And by the way, he's gone. He's just gone. We'll probably cover that in the weekend show, but he's been terminated. He's totally fucking done.
Excellent. So, they wasted no time.
And again, I thought we had no influence, but like we write about these people that are just fired.
Nobody knows who Turtleboy is.
Yeah, totally not. Totally not. Was Eddie Curry better? That's such a random fucking question. No, Eddie Curry was not better than Al Jefferson. Al Jefferson was definitely better than Eddie Curry ever was. Eddie Curry was the 2nd overall pick in the 2001 draft, I believe. Or was he the 4th overall pick? I mean, that was the Kwame Brown draft and Tyson Chandler draft. I don't know if Eddie Curry went 2nd or 3rd. They were all high school kids, so I don't remember. But certainly Al Jefferson was better. I believe he was the 2002 NBA draft, Al Jefferson, another one right out of high school. And he was the guy that we got for Garnett. He was the trade bait for Garnett. So we wouldn't have won a championship without him. So thank you, Al Jefferson, for being good trade bait. If Baker runs for Senate, okay, will he win? No. I know is that even rumored? But if he does, no, he won't win. I know that's true because it's been tried before. 1996, John Kerry against Bill Weld. Okay, Bill Weld was the same. He was Charlie Baker before Charlie Baker, a fiscally conservative, socially liberal governor, Republican, who, we like to elect those guys as governor, but we don't like them as senators in this state. So he will lose. And because John Kerry beat Bill Weld pretty fucking easily in 1996. That wasn't really close. Okay, what do you think about the ruling of the football coach? I mean, I think it's good. God bless this Supreme Court. That's all I'm going to say with this Supreme Court. The liberals are crying about shit. It's like we control the courts now because we play the long game with you people. Like we were like, okay, you guys can have the pronouns and drag queen story hour, and we just ceded all that to them. We're like, okay, yeah, focus on your pronouns and get woke over here and do all that and talk about Green New Deal and all this shit's never going to happen. And we're going to be over here quietly stacking the courts. And now it's all come home to roost. So you get what you paid for. Okay? You get what you paid for. Anybody else? June shall now be called Clarence Thomas Month. He is the greatest living American today. He really is. God bless Clarence Thomas. He brings out the worst in them. And it is just, God bless that man. God bless that man for what he was Kavanaugh before Kavanaugh, and he was even more vicious than Kavanaugh was in his rebuttals at those. Go watch the Anita Hill hearings. Like, he fucking ripped into them. It's great.
Fojo's in big trouble, he said.
What's up?
Fojo's in big trouble, someone said.
Yeah, so Fojo has given up he's fucked. Fojo is another one I threw in the graveyard this week. He officially resigned as an attorney. He can no longer practice law at all. He has given up his license. And so he's another one. He thought he'd come after me, get a restraining order on me because I blogged about him. Now where you at, Fojo? Nowhere. Let's see. Who do you think Shannon weighs? How much do you think Shannon weighs, and who weighs more, her? Oh, well, first of all, that's not even close. Obviously, Amanda weighs at least, I would say, 400. I would say maybe, 350, I would say, being based on those chins. We haven't seen the full body, in fairness. And I'm not shitting on it. I'm just answering the person's question here. And I wouldn't make fun of Amanda for being fat, but when I was extremely fucking depressed, right, and was dealing with fucking anxiety and depression like you can't imagine, and she knew it, she messaged me on an alt account, pretending to be somebody who is sympathetic towards me, and then, got me to open up to her. I don't know why. I was like sitting in my fucking garage, and then screenshot of those and then use them against me to mock me. And so that is why I don't feel bad. Like, I literally wanted to fucking die that day so badly.
It made me really fucking pissed off.
And she fucking made a fake account to catfish me and pretend to be somebody who cared just so she could mock me for being in that state. That is why I don't give a fuck about Amanda or her feelings. That's why I will call her fat, because I know it hurts every time. Yeah, Amanda, I know that hurts because you're fucking fat and disgusting. And I normally would not talk about somebody being fat and disgusting, but you're just such an ugly, fat person on the inside too. Okay. So that is why I hope you're miserable. I hope you're depressed. I hope you were feeling all of those horrible feelings that I felt that day. Normally, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but you deserve it. You're a horrible, disgusting, fat slob, Amanda, and that's all you're ever going to be. Anyway, anybody else have any other questions? They combine for an easily. I would say Shannon probably weighs, I mean, in that video with crusty panties in the hotel, I don't know, she looks like 230 there, probably, I would guess. And she looks like she's down to about 200 right now. So, so definitely Amanda, not even close. Progressive really should show their true colors this weekend. The stuff they call it, and they've been Uncle Clarence. They've been calling. It's like they've been doing this for quite some time. They are the most racist fucking people, and they've shown their true colors a long time ago. I would argue. Her soul. That's a good point. That's a good description. Her soul. She has the soul of a fat person too. She's ugly she is the rare person who is just disgusting on the outside, like horrifying on the outside, but on the inside somehow manages to be even worse. That is Amanda. And do we even know her full name yet? Have we figured that out yet?
I don't know. Did you learn any more about that thing?
I'm counting on Connie. Connie, when you get the name, let me know the full name.
Was that thing we saw yesterday true or no? About
somebody said her name is Ashley. What is it, Ellis?
Something like that. Yeah. Let me
do we have that video?
I'm gonna see. Let me see.
Yeah, let me know if we had that. Somebody claimed.
Yeah. Let me see.
To me, I read that and I'm like, I'm not convinced.
You can't be convinced, yeah. So
I don't. To me, it wasn't convincing. They're like, oh, we got a bombshell here. It's like on Amanda, proving it's her. It's like that to me wasn't that convincing. What I saw, I don't know what I saw. I don't even know what I saw. It's like 3 a.m.
I know, right? All right, hold on. I just got.
Are you able to bring it up?
Yeah, I'm just putting it up, and then I want to share my screen. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so play this.
It's playing.
Dude, oh my god, man! Like, fucking, what have you done to
what
people,
does he
Mando?
Want? I piss off a lot of people. Like,
Connie, you're such a fucking coward. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, just come talk to me about it. We'll probably figure out better if I fucking knew who the fuck you are.
Connie, why? Hold on. Real quick question, because Connie, I know you're listening. Why is it that I'm sitting on 82 at 4 a.m. and you're on in the middle of the afternoon, and you're only sitting on like 20 people?
No, he's on at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
my time.
5 a.m. But he goes the entire fucking day, and he still can't reach these fucking numbers.
What is it that I haven't gone without a cigarette in like probably 20 years, and you go without cigarettes like daily?
What is this supposed to convince me of?
Stacks to Connie.
I don't know. Must be after this. It's only like 2 minutes long, so.
This is stupid.
He's not doxing people anymore.
I assume Brittany.
Well, that's the thing. He's not doxing people anymore because nobody's giving him any more doxes. He's out of doxes.
Well, yeah, he already had my
information.
Yeah, he's running out of ammo.
Yeah, people watch this.
Pause real quick. Every time we tune into Connie now, he's just.
It's like people actually watch this. Like that's not that many people, but some. This is the world that these people live in. This is what they do all day. Like this guy talking lives in Tennessee or something like that. They call him Tonic. And they just sit there and they talk shit about Connie, and then they talk about me, and then I don't involve myself in any of this because I'm above this, obviously. And then they, Bret will have some one line. It's like, this is their fucking life. This is how they live. And it's like, wow, just imagine having that empty of a life, that this is what you do. Amazing. And
it says in comments there, it says Connie said Ashley Dennis is Amanda's real name.
That's what Connie said. What in the comments?
Yeah, Mass Troll Report. So
that's supposed to be it. Like that's the evidence. Connie said something.
I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know if I haven't listened to the rest of the video. I don't know if he says it like after.
Okay, play a little more.
Okay, let's see the rest of it.
just run out of ammo. So now all he has is these backwards ass fucking theories on what he thinks is going. Like, Paige, did you know that apparently you paid me hundreds of dollars before?
No.
Oh,
no, I guess that was it.
That's it.
I guess I didn't watch it before. I guess that's it. Just
so
a
again,
comment thing.
if you're gonna send me shit and be like, "Oh, we got a big thing," like you better have a big thing because that ain't it. I don't know what that was.
Oh, that was Laura. Don't yell at Laura. I think she wanted to.
No, Laura didn't. No, I got that in my inbox too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what that proves, but anyway, I guess it was the thought that counts. I don't know how you go from watching Turtleboy to being a fan. That's what I'm saying, Caitlin. It's just like if you are on that thing now, and there's a few people that have obviously they're all on that train now, and so like I'm a show about something, right? Like we spent this whole time doing the Rian Waters thing. That was interesting, at least entertaining content. Like that's what we do here, and then going to that, like that's the least entertaining thing I've ever heard in my life. And Connie is pretty good at getting peeps names. I agree. Yeah. And I do have a question for Aaron. I have a question for Aaron in a moment. Just let me get back to that. I'm just gonna write that down because I have a question for it. But I look back on that and I'm like, who was entertained by that? And the truth of the matter about that, Caitlin, is that they never stopped watching Turtleboy. Like every single one of them, they can't admit it. They're all, "Hi guys, say them in the comments." Like I'm not even going to say your names because they'll get off on that. They'll be like, "Oh my God, he mentioned me," and then they'll go on Bret's thing and they'll say, "Oh my God, Turtleboy was talking about me the other night and talking shit about me." And they'll feel like it's like a badge of honor. Like I recognize them, and I don't because you're nothing.
Right.
But they all listen. Every single one of them listens. They never stop. And that's included Bret. He coincidentally seems to know everything I say all the time. Maybe, somebody sent me a clip. No, Bret, nobody sent you a clip. You listened. You know you listened. Because what else have you got going on in your life? And that's just what you people do. So my question for Aaron, apparently he had a Toothless there at a fucking freak out a couple weeks ago. And he thought that what do you think?
He thought you sent an email to like LG's new boss or some shit.
No, he thought I sent an email to.
Should make Aaron do it?
No, to him. This is way before that.
Before that. I don't know.
What was the thing he blamed on Aaron?
That was it. It was the
No, it's way before that. It was like he was saying that I emailed him or his mother or something, his family member. Yeah, no, his brother. He was saying that I contacted his brother. That's what he was saying. Remember that? And he's saying that I threatened him, and he brought up the messages. No, George. It's like I know he's saying that too now. Okay, I guess. But he also, before that, said that I was sending an email. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? You really don't remember what I'm talking about?
I don't. I really don't.
So this is...
Seven, do you remember this? Like
that just shows how irrelevant they are that nobody fucking knows.
This is so weird.
But I swear to God, he did this whole thing.
Lauren doesn't remember either. And Lauren remembers a lot of shit. Like,
you're going to make me fucking pull this up?
Yeah.
Because this fucking happened. Okay, well... So
I need to see it now.
So Bret, we've talked about you and I have had conversations about.
You sure?
Yes, and we talked about it. Laura from London is probably sleeping right now. She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I just talked to her. She's there. Laura, come in.
The thing that they're blaming on Aaron, the text messages, those things. You know what I'm talking about? Those ones.
Text messages. What the fuck? I have to go look now because I'm fucking so confused.
Okay. So basically, my question for Aaron is this, right? So he initially said that I sent these text messages to his brother, mocking, like they were pretty bad text messages, mocking his brother's dead sister. He loves to talk about his brother's dead sister, and like she died a few years ago of cancer, and he loves to use that one for like sympathy to like victimize himself, even though it's like, dude, it's your brother's sister, like. Okay, but he would always try to like act like this. People are attacking her, and now I need to defend her honor. So I guess the brother got a text message, he claims, and mocked the dead sister or something like that. He showed the messages, and he claimed they were from me. Now it was like an anonymous account, so they claimed from me. And I was war. I'm going to destroy him. And blah. It's like, first of all, you're not going to do anything because you're powerless. The judge said that. And more importantly, it's like, and then the next day or something like that, he's like, actually, it was Aaron that did it, Aaron W. So my question for Aaron is, did you really do that? Or is he just making shit up about you? I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, because they doxed Aaron's like whole name, and they're saying he
No,
wrote
no,
that
no.
email to too.
Oh, they're saying this, they're blaming that one on him too?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay. All right. So it just shows you that nobody, clearly, like the funny part about this is that nobody in my comments knows what the fuck I'm talking about because nobody watches his show because he doesn't have a show. It's like the same fucking 20 rejects on there talking and, oh, look at us. We're having fun because we're talking about how much fun we're having. If we say that enough times, it means we're having fun, right? Yeah, this is fun. This is way more fun than Turtleboy. Yeah, sure thing. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? How long ago? It was like, I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago, probably. He had some fucking freak out about this.
Guess who? It's Rue.
Rue would know exactly what I'm talking about.
If it's really Rue.
Rue is like deep into that world. So she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Could you ask Judge if Ryan could be considered as litigious? Well, he is litigious. Yeah, watching video games. No, exactly. Like who is entertained by that? I hope people aren't doing. Well, I highly doubt anyone is. And Laura, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like they're obsessed with Rue because like I don't talk about them ever, and they just bore me because like Suzette says, it's like who cares about these fucking retards and their stupid channel that nobody cares about, like literally no one. People are like, oh, they talk about you, huh? Cool. A lot of people do. So, all right. Anybody else have any other questions? Thank you. Thank you, Rue. Rumor has it, what he likes to call the YouTube screets is that Bret can't make it. Yeah. All right.
Oh, it was during like a watch party.
No, it's not. You guys don't know. We're gonna talk about this afterwards, and you're like, oh, that's what you're talking about. Like he did a fucking whole thing about it. We've talked about this several times. I'm getting a call from Attleboro right now. Should I answer it?
Is it restricted? No call
No,
ID?
it's got a 508 number. I'm gonna answer it.
Oh, might as well. Let's get a number. Hey.
Hello.
Live to tape.
Hello.
Say live to tape.
You're a dentist, John?
Great. I'm just calling.
You're live to tape, John.
By law to notify you if we notice any abnormalities with your dental records that could indicate a health risk.
John, you're live to tape. You're on the Turtleboy Live show.
I think it's a recording.
We've received multiple complaints.
That's a recording, babe.
Horrible breath, and that you rarely brush your teeth, which is very gross.
Oh, I barely brush my teeth. Are you looking for Nick Schramm?
I'm not the one who doesn't brush their teeth. So if you can get here by tomorrow at 10 a.m., we won't bill you for missing your appointment.
Okay.
Is that understood?
Yes. Have you tried calling Bret?
How about I just go ahead and bill you anyways?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, that's acceptable.
You've been pranked by prankhotline.com.
Really?
That's it?
It was a recording, dude.
That's the gayest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
That
This is the level of intellect that I'm up against.
Wow.
Yikes. Okay.
Don't cry now, Aiden. Don't let that get to you too hard.
Owned.
It's probably Superior Court.
Apparently what that was. Like they probably paid for that too. It's like imagine having that much time on your hand being an adult. Like I could understand being like a teenager. Like these are the kind of shit I would have done like a slumber party.
Honestly, this is really like middle 14, school shit.
Because it's like that might have entertained me when I was 14. Like, and they are seriously entertained by this. It's fascinating. Call Bret, should I?
No.
Why not?
Don't stir that shit.
He ain't gonna answer. That's why.
Yeah, he won't answer. And they'll just give him content. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anybody else? That was the dumbest prank ever. All right, I guess we'll call it a night, guys. Thank you. Thanks everybody for joining me, and I appreciate all the donos, in particular, all my peeps out there, Suzanne and 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃. Oh, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 with the big compliment tonight. I appreciate that. Who else do we have? We were at Jack and Sean and Suzanne and 7-Pounder, and thank you all, and thank you, Deb, for joining us as always.
Anytime.
And someday we should take a chat roll call on who got college degrees. I agree with that too. I think there's a lot of highly educated people that read Turtle Boy. And yeah, they can't, not that matters. I mean, I'm not like, I think you could be perfectly fine without a college degree, but I get
one.
Yeah.
You have one.
Yeah. And even if I didn't, it's like I'm smarter than the competition. So
yeah.
All right, guys, we will see you guys all for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on Saturday night. And for Turtle Club people, we will see you Thursday night. So go sign up if you haven't done so already. Peace, Turtle Riders.
Good night, everyone.